Fighter aircraft have always been a symbol of air power, and throughout the history of military aviation, technological innovation has produced some truly impressive war machines. One of the latest and most futuristic is the SR-72 Darkstar, an advanced fighter developed by Lockheed Martin. Designed to replace the legendary SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance aircraft, the SR-72 Darkstar promises speed and sophistication never before seen in military aviation. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Military Notes. The concept of the SR-72 Darkstar began with the U.S. military's need for an aircraft capable of reaching hypersonic speeds, or more than 5 times the speed of sound, Mach 5. When the SR-71 Blackbird was retired, the United States needed a successor that was not only fast, but also had the ability to evade detection by enemy radar and defense systems. This led to the development of the SR-72, which reportedly would be a fighter with incredible speed and combat capability. Design and technology. One of the most striking aspects of the SR-72 is its futuristic design. The aircraft is built with advanced composite materials that can withstand the extreme temperatures generated by flying at hypersonic speeds. The SR-72 Darkstar's wing and body design is designed to minimize air drag, allowing the aircraft to fly at very high speeds. The SR-72 is also equipped with a hypersonic engine, which combines ramjet and scramjet technology. This engine allows the aircraft to fly at speeds of Mach 6, or 6 times the speed of sound, allowing it to travel very long distances in a short time. Hypersonic speed and capabilities. Speed is one of the main features of the SR-72. With the ability to reach Mach 6, this aircraft will be able to fly from one point to another over very long distances in a short time. For example, from Los Angeles to Tokyo in about an hour. This speed will provide a tremendous strategic advantage for the U.S. Air Force because enemies will not be able to respond quickly to threats coming from aircraft this fast. In addition, this hypersonic capability also allows the SR-72 to evade slower and more reactive air defense systems. At such speeds, modern defense systems will have difficulty detecting or responding to threats effectively. Role in military operations. The SR-72 Darkstar is designed not only as a reconnaissance aircraft, but also as a multi-purpose platform in military operations. With its incredible speed, this aircraft can carry out reconnaissance missions in enemy territory very quickly and return to base without being detected. In addition, it is possible that the SR-72 will also be equipped with precision strike capabilities, although this has not been fully announced by the developer. The precision strike concept on the SR-72 will integrate various advanced technologies, such as a highly sensitive sensor system and the ability to launch weapons from very high altitudes and incredible speeds. With this combination, this aircraft can be very effective in long-range strike missions, attacks on moving targets, or even penetrating very strong air defenses. Anti-radar capability. In addition to speed, one of the most interesting features of the SR-72 is its stealth capability. Lockheed Martin is known for its ability to develop aircraft with stealth technology, and the SR-72 is no exception. Although not completely invisible from radar, the design of this aircraft makes it very difficult to be detected by enemy radar systems. The SR-72's stealth system focuses on disguising the shape of the aircraft and spreading radar signals so that it is more difficult to track. In addition, with its ability to fly at very high altitudes and incredible speeds, the SR-72 can avoid many radar systems used by enemies. Technological developments and challenges. Although the SR-72 is very promising, the development of hypersonic aircraft with such sophisticated technology faces many challenges. One of them is controlling the high temperatures that occur when the aircraft is traveling at hypersonic speeds. This speed causes extreme air friction, which can cause damage to the aircraft's structure if not overcome with the right cooling technology and materials. In addition, the scramjet and ramjet technologies used to achieve hypersonic speeds are also still in the development and testing stages. Despite the progress, there is still much work to be done to ensure the aircraft can operate safely and efficiently in the long term. Future outlook. If the SR-72 Darkstar is successfully completed and entered service with the U.S. Air Force, it will be one of the most advanced military aircraft ever built. With its speed, stealth, and combat capabilities, the SR-72 could revolutionize the way aerial warfare is conducted in the future. However, for now, much remains unknown about the development and launch of the aircraft. Like many military projects, much of the details surrounding the SR-72 remain classified by the U.S. government. However, the world will be watching closely for further technological breakthroughs in military aviation. The SR-72 Darkstar is one of the most exciting technological innovations in military aviation today. It promises incredible speed, stealth, and combat flexibility that could redefine global military air strategy. While still in development, the SR-72 has the potential to be a game-changing fighter aircraft. Despite its challenges, the SR-72 will remain a symbol of the United States military's ambition to lead the world in the most advanced air defense technology. Lockheed Martin's SR-72, a plane known for its incredible speed, is capable of crossing oceans before the enemy even blinks. This plane first appeared in the movie Gun Maverick and was dubbed Blackbeard's son, which is the hypersonic successor to the legendary Blackbird SR-71. But what makes the SR-72 so scary and sophisticated? Why are rival countries like China and Russia racing to catch up with the rest of the world in this technology? The United States government does not like to show off its technological advancements to the world until it is too late for others to take action. Therefore, we can assume that the development of the SR-72 Darkstar began long before its appearance in the film. To be successful, the SR-72 had to meet three specific goals. First, it had to be able to fly at speeds equal to or greater than Mach 6. Second, it had to be able to operate at altitudes greater than 88,000 feet for long periods of time. Third, it had to remain completely hidden from tracking systems and advanced radar. To achieve these goals, Lockheed Martin not only had to completely redesign the aircraft, but also develop new engines and overcome the challenges associated with flying at speeds 10 times the speed of sound. Reports indicate that Lockheed Martin has been working with Aerojet Rocketdyne since 2006 to build an engine capable of propelling the aircraft to Mach 6 using scramjet technology. A scramjet engine works by utilizing fast-moving air to first compress and then burn fuel, but it only provides optimal performance above Mach 2.5. Therefore, the SR-72 will also be equipped with a turbine-based combined cycle engine, which allows the aircraft to switch between turbine and scramjet engines as needed. This system is designed with a common airflow through the nozzle, but has individual airflow paths for each engine. Experiments are continuously being carried out on this system. The SR-72 has the potential to be a major breakthrough in military aviation technology. The success of this aircraft will not only change the paradigm of air warfare, but also strengthen the dominance of the United States in the global military arena. NASA gave Lockheed Martin permission to study existing turbine propulsion systems through a contract worth $892,000 in December 2014. At the high speeds to be achieved, the materials used for the construction of the aircraft body must also be superior to those used on the SR-71 Blackbird. Data from the SR-71 flight shows that the surface temperature of the aircraft can reach over 500 degrees Celsius when flying above Mach 2.5. This temperature is enough to melt the building materials of conventional aircraft. Therefore, the SR-72 Darkstar must use lightweight materials that can withstand extreme temperatures and sheer pressure. Materials such as titanium, imitation ceramics, and metal alloys may be used, as these materials have proven effective in space shuttles flying above Mach 20. In addition, there are some rumors about the unmanned SR-72, but the project leader of the SR-71 program, Dubry Herberger, denied this in an interview with YouTuber Sam EO. He explained that the SR-72 has the capability to fly either manned or unmanned depending on mission requirements. Speed is a crucial element for a hypersonic spy plane like the SR-72, but it must also be able to drop bombs and attack targets to maximize its capabilities. Unfortunately, any ordinary bomb will become unstable at hypersonic speeds. Lockheed Martin announced in 2018 that the SR-72 would be equipped with hypersonic missiles and is expected to make its maiden flight in 2025, with the possibility of entering active duty as early as 2030. But why did the SR-72 Darkstar appear almost 30 years after the SR-71 Blackbird prototype? The film was the result of a collaboration between Lockheed Martin and Skunk Works, with the Paramount Pictures designers being the same Skunk Works division responsible for the design and completion of the SR-71 Blackbird in the 1950s. The final model of Darkstar, designed by Daniel Simon after many iterations, is shown in the film so realistically that the Chinese intelligence agency reportedly began conducting satellite surveys to further investigate the reality of the SR-72. With all this attention, it seems this sci-fi film is creating real tension. Given that the SR-71 Blackbird has set a world record as the fastest manned aircraft and still strikes fear into the hearts of America's enemies, a new generation concept like the SR-72 is sure to attract attention and serve as a reminder of how close fiction is to reality in today's world. But is the SR-72 Darkstar for real? Different from the SR-71 Blackbird? Lockheed Martin built the SR-71 Blackbird in the 1960s, and this aircraft remains the fastest manned aircraft in the world, with a speed reaching Mach 3.2. This supersonic speed, which was difficult to match at that time, is still a challenge for many enemies, even today. Although several modern aircraft can reach this speed, none can maintain this high speed for a long period of time. Why? The answer is simple. The United States needs to keep an eye on its enemies without them realizing its existence. But with the advancement of radar technology and tracking systems, there is an urgent need to develop hypersonic technology. Hypersonic jets and missiles already exist and are being developed by countries like Russia and China, so the arms race also began. Of course, the United States was at the forefront. The SR-71 was considered a superweapon with a modern defense system, but as it could not keep up with technological advances, that was one of the main reasons for its retirement from service in 1998. The SR-72 Darkstar program from Lockheed Martin then came up with the concept of the SR-72, which was made public. Although it was originally just an idea from a film, it was taken seriously by global competitors. This showed how significant America's weapons capabilities were and the impact they could have on the world. What made the SR-72 so threatening? The program faced many challenges in developing the necessary technology to push the plane to speeds 6 times the speed of sound. this challenge is very complex. In November 2013, United States Air Force Chief of Staff General Mark Welsh revealed that the Air Force needed a hypersonic aircraft that could significantly reduce enemy reaction time, and they were interested in regaining their hypersonic advantage by doing so. The development of the SR-72 Darkstar was not only an ambitious project, but also a strategic move to maintain America's dominance in the skies. Statements regarding the SR-72 program changed, and the United States Air Force refused to fund the program, claiming that Lockheed Martin was never contacted regarding the development of the SR-72. Due to budget cuts and various other factors, the U.S. military then chose to develop the Grumman RQ-10 Nighthawk UAV for ISR intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions due to its much lower cost and simpler complexity. However, information regarding the RQ-10 UAV remains classified, so there are no official images circulating. Work on the SR-72 continued in complete secrecy until 2015, when NASA awarded a contract to study the dual-mode engine, which could reach speeds of more than Mach 6. Lockheed Martin envisioned the SR-72 as a platform for ISR and ideal for attack missions. In 2017, they claimed that the R&D for the SR-72 Darkstar had been fully implemented and development could begin in the early 2020s. In 2018, Lockheed Vice President Jack Owenon stressed the need to integrate modern technologies into the SR-72 Darkstar program, such as computer modeling and 3D printing, which can help solve various challenges that may arise. But there was no public information about this program until its high-profile appearance in the movie Top Gun. The cloak of complete secrecy is indeed the key for the United States government to innovate and surprise the world with the superiority of its weapons and military capabilities. There are currently no documented flights or tests of the SR-72, likely due to the classified nature of the program. However, clues provided by Lockheed Martin suggest that the United States remains at the forefront of the hypersonic weapons industry, with significant developments in military technology. The United States is racing to have a hypersonic aircraft that can penetrate enemy airspace at high speeds while completing ISR and strike missions. In a global context, Russia and China will likely also compete with their own versions of hypersonic jets. Although several hypersonic weapons and UAVs have been developed, many defense systems are still adapting to this technology. Speed remains the main principle to overcome existing defense systems, and the SR-72, with its ability to reach Mach 6, can cover thousands of kilometers in a matter of seconds, giving the enemy very little time to react or even realize its presence. What is certain is that the United States is the only country in the world capable of operating this aircraft, thanks to a bold and effective strategy. Whether that is good or bad, only time will tell. But the SR-72 and similar projects will probably shape the future of hypersonic warfare until someone finds a way to move faster than the speed of light.